everybody. Um, Welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe as always. I wanted to come out with this video. I was going to compare the Magnepans which have been sold with the Martin Logans which I had gotten, and unfortunately I am unable to do that. I had ordered the Martin Logans used. They were Martin Logan Ethos, and I really wanted to review them, but one of the channels was about 5 dB lower than the other channel, approximately, which I found out to be a very typical problem with the Martin Logans, and created this entire drama that I had to go through. When we got the Martin Logans, we immediately tested, contacted the auction. I encourage you to do that too. They were said to be in working conditions. They were not. We diagnosed the problem. Martin Logan told me that the problem was the power supply. I went to the auction. It was only going to be a couple $100. The auction said, okay, we'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. And then I came back. I said, well, they wanted to order the power supply. One of my providers that I talked to, I guess, ordered it without my permission. But I swapped the power supplies, just not betting on Martin Logan's accuracy in diagnosis. And I found that the problem did not switch with the power supply. So when I moved the power supply in the right Martin Logan to the power supply in the left Martin Logan, the problem did not migrate with it. So I knew it was something a little bit more. I contacted Martin Logan again with the findings, and they told me the panel had to be replaced. Turns out the panels are a couple $1,000s, and that was a little bit above the price that the auction was willing to cover. So we had to arrange for shipping. There was some additional drama, which I don't need to go into, with the auction and trying to arrange everything. But ultimately, you stick with your guns, you fight for what's right, and everything will be covered and taken care of, usually on the used market. A few things I want to suggest if you are engaging in this game. Use a credit card, okay, or PayPal. Those two methods offer buyer protection, and the buyer protection is necessary in many of these situations where things do not go well. And second of all, make sure you document things. I would not diagnose the problem again. I would not try to solve this issue again. I would just return them. It just was not worth trying to fix them. I got them for a really good price, probably because this is a known issue with older Martin Logans, and people expect that the panels may not be 100%. It seems pretty commonplace that they replace the panels on those speakers about every 10 to 15 years, which to me is a kind of a bad thing. I'm typically, familiar with these types of speakers. The driver speakers and the Martin Logans are electrostatic speakers. And through this experience, I learned quite a bit about them. The problem with the electrostatic speakers, and the reason I just will not be playing with them anymore, is because of the dust issue. Electrostatics make sound through electrostatic, static discharge, or a high voltage discharge. It makes noise and moves the diaphragm. And because of this, they have to work with very high voltages, and just like what you see with static electricity. And as you know, static electricity attracts dust, which then creates this problem, which then requires that the panels be replaced every few years, 10, 20 years. Given that, what I heard of them is exceptional. They sound amazing. So if you're willing to put up with the replacement of the panels on a regular basis, it might be worth having them. They are very, very expensive speakers. The Ethos was originally around $8,000 to $12,000 for a pair, and then to have to pay $2,000 every 10 years or every 15 years is a problem. You could put dust covers on them, which I would suggest. Make up some dust covers, just take some fabric, fold, throw them on. Or as we used with the Martin Logans, you could buy cheap sleeping bags, which work really well. And we did use them for the Martin Logans. I'm sorry, we used them for the Magnepans. So that's why I won't be able to have a Martin Logan comparison, unfortunately. And I'm just not going to be playing with very many electrostatics in the near future. We talked about the Magnepans. The Magnepans have some separate issues of delamination, which are supposedly solved in the newer ones. They do not have the dust issue. And the delamination issue is an easily fixable issue. You can do it yourself even. There's videos on YouTube on how to do it. So in my mind, the panel speaker of choice is the Magnepan, not the Martin Logan. But with that said, the Martin Logan has nice big bass drivers on the bottom that give lots of bass and really sound great with a full sound stage from what we heard. So it's a tough choice and it's a tough recommendation. I can't not recommend a product, and I don't want to give a negative review. And I don't think that this is a negative review. I would recommend the Martin Logan to the people who really like the sound of them. They are incredibly sounding and very, very accurate. And they don't seem to have a lot of the same problems as many of the other speakers. But the reliability issue is a problem. The other thing I saw when I was inside of them swapping the power supply is that they are reliant on electrical components that are very complex. These electrical components that I see have capacitors and stuff that I see generally on motherboards and computers. And they are not easy to repair if something goes wrong. Luckily though, Martin Logan does support them, but there's a few caveats. All electronics can be still supplied. They support all of their speakers going back, but the panels and the components become increasingly expensive as a speaker ages. They've also refused to sell a single panel replacement panel. So if you have one go bad, you have to buy 2 panels, which means you'll have one left over. Kind of nice in the future if you have the storage. If not, you'll have to find a buyer somewhere on the used market, which is a big pain in the ass, and I'm very not happy with that either. So I won't be buying Martin Logans, but I would encourage you guys to look at them as a choice. If you have a larger budget and you want really, really, really sharp sound, they are a great choice. I've seen home entertainment systems with them and other things, and they do make very, very good products. It's just unfortunate that these panels do die over time because of their static, the way they function and how they attract us. So that's going to be my explanation why I don't have a Martin Logan review for you guys. Unfortunately, this whole process took about 2 months of my time and a bunch of hours trying to debug the issue. Like I said, if you encounter problems, just return them. Don't bring yourself in the problem where, did you modify the speakers? Did you change it? Did you change something? Did you cause the problem? All of these questions will be brought to you if you try to diagnose the problem yourself. So just return them. Get rid of them. Challenge them on your credit card if they won't take them back. And make sure that you protect yourself by using a credit card and PayPal. Thank you again. Please subscribe and like my channel. It should be down. I think it's down there. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video like all my others. Bye.